Hey, good morning. I have a hypothesis that I want to float with you and see what you think or whether you agree or disagree. And my hypothesis is the philosophy that everything is a choice. Everything that you do, say, think, how you go through your day is a choice that you are choosing on a minute by minute basis. So, the attitude you choose when you stub your toe is a choice. While you're thinking of your rebuttal, of whether I'm right or wrong, some different things to think about. If we have the ability to choose and that everything is a choice, what does that look like in our daily lives? We choose whether to get out of bed in the morning or not. We choose whether or not to brush our teeth. We choose how to respond to the person that cuts us off in traffic. We choose how to respond to our coworkers, our supervisors, our clients. And it may not always feel like we have a choice. You might say, John, I didn't choose to be this tall, or I may not have chosen to have this particular illness or hurdle that I'm facing in my life. And my rebuttal is that you are still choosing in how you deal with it. If I'm a certain height, I may choose to slouch in order to make myself shorter. I may choose to stand in platform shoes in order to make myself taller. I'm still choosing how tall I appear in the world. If I have an illness, I'm choosing in how I battle that illness. I could roll over and accept it and not take care of myself, or I could choose to battle every step of the way to overcome that illness. It isn't necessarily that you chose for something to happen to you, but how you respond in every situation, all day, every day, is a choice. Your decision on whether to go to bed or not, or to have another drink or another dessert, is your decision. The benefit of that is that in choosing, you have power. Think about that for a second. If you're willing to accept the hypothesis that everything is a choice, then you are taking responsibility for your own person and your own choices, and that you get to choose in everything. That automatically gives you power over your situation. It may not mean that you get to have the thing that you choose, or that things turn out exactly the way that you want them to, but by taking ownership of those responsibilities and those choices, you're giving yourself the opportunity to own your own power. Think about the subtlety in that. If I have an illness and choose my own choices, accept the power of being able to pick yes or no in my treatment, then suddenly I have control over myself. I may not have control over my illness or how others react, but I have control over me. The next level of that is starting to think about, in taking ownership of those choices, how do you appear differently in the world if everything is a choice? Think about that for a second. If you're willing to accept the hypothesis that everything is a choice, and that automatically gives you power back, how does your attitude towards the world and each day and each encounter change? Where are there instances where you are choosing to avoid a tough decision? Where are there choices that you are not making or that you want to make that need to change? How can you be, and who would you be if you were taking responsibility and ownership of your decisions? If everything is a choice and you are given power to choose, and you have the ability to choose, even if it means to choose to accept where you currently are and what's currently happening to you, then you become a different person. By becoming that different person, by becoming someone who is in their own power and making their own choices and decisions, we change how we appear in the world. It is not uncommon in our culture to hear someone say that someone made me feel this way. By cutting me off in traffic, the person made me feel angry or scared or enraged. And based on this hypothesis, that's false. If everything is a choice, then I'm choosing to be angry or enraged at the person that cuts me off in traffic. If I choose something different, then I become a different person. Who is the person that you want to become, and what choices are you making or not making that prevent that from happening? My challenge to you is to look at everything as a choice and figure out how you are going to appear different in the world. Please feel free to rebuttal. Please feel free to start a conversation, to make an argument. I would like to hear that because I truly and honestly believe that everything is a choice. I hope that you're able to figure that out for yourself. I'm John Rhodes. I hope that you're able to find purpose and meaning in your daily life.